And minutes after being sworn in, 47th U.S. President Donald Trump sprung into action, announcing a slew of policy changes. His first act as president was to sign an avalanche of executive orders and proclamations. Trump began signing executive orders on stage at Capitol Arena as thousands of supporters cheered on. He then headed to the White House and signed multiple orders at the Oval Office. At the Capitol One Arena, Trump signed an order to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement for a second time. He also signed a formal letter to the United Nations notifying the global body of the country's intent to leave the landmark 2015 accord. Trump also signed an executive order requiring federal workers return to the office full-time. Trump also signed pardons for participants in the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol. More than 1,500 people were charged in connection with the assault on Congress by Trump supporters who were seeking to disrupt certification of Democrat Joe Biden's election victory.
Government going forward.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
Full pardon.
Full pardon or commutations?
Full pardon. We have about 6 commutations in there where we're doing further research.
Claiming a mandate to reshape American institutions, Trump set to work unraveling Joe Biden's legacy. He revokes 80 executive orders of the Biden era, calling them destructive and radical. Earlier in the day, U.S. border authorities shut down Biden-era Customs and Border Protection program. It allowed migrants to schedule entry appointments with an app and canceled existing appointments. Meanwhile, U.S. senators voted to expand the Laken Riley Act, approving pre-trial incarceration of foreign criminal suspects. Now, before taking office, Trump has said that he will be signing as many as 200 executive actions on day one as the U.S. president. The signed orders include a wave of policy changes that Trump shouldered his entire presidential campaign on. Now, during his campaigns, Trump has said that he will carry out the largest deportation in American history. 11 million undocumented workers are on the chopping block. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tarani sent us this report. Take a look.
Donald Trump has been sworn in as the 47th President of the United States, marking his unprecedented return to the White House for a second non-consecutive term. The inauguration ceremony, initially planned for the Capitol's West Front, was moved indoors to the Rotunda due to extreme cold weather. In his address, Trump declared, quote, "The decline of America is over," and announced immediate actions, including a national emergency at the southern border and withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. For those who couldn't make it to D.C., there were watch parties across the country, including one here at the Trump Tower in New York City. With the inauguration in the rearview mirror, now the real work of shaping the nation's future begins. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION. World is One.